Good evening, folks. So, sorry for the lateness of the video, but this is food shopping night. So I'm just settling in here. So I just want to let you know this is a night when the Fever can get back in the win column. They are playing at home and they're playing a really terrible team. Okay. And I'm looking at the score right now. Third quarter, Fever 72, Chicago Sky 54. So, barring a Q4 collapse, this one looks good. Okay. Now, I'm still waiting to see what the Fever does about signing a guard. They are without Sidney Colson and Ari McDonald for the rest of the season and the playoffs. Okay. I don't know how long it's going to take Sidney Colson to get back from a torn ACL. Um, and Ari McDonald has a broken bone in her foot. So they are not available. Now, I looked around. I haven't seen that they've signed anyone. What I did read just before the game started was that it was going to just put more weight on the backs of the remaining guards, who are Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexi Hull. And they were saying that it's the possibility that Lexi Hull would start tonight. So I don't know because I haven't tuned the game in. I'm just watching it on my phone here. So right after that, and I did look it up, they are planning on signing somebody. Then I read somewhere that they couldn't sign anybody. And I got to sort of figure out what that's all about because I'm not sure that that's true. Something about the hardship situation. I mean, I would consider losing two guards in the same night while they were playing against a team that was clearly playing bully ball in Phoenix. Okay, they ignored a lot of fouls that night that the Fever got creamed. And I do know that Diana Taurasi showed herself for exactly who she is when she got right in Lexi Hull's face and was screaming at her. I mean, Diana Taurasi, when she came over to Indiana, it was like she was this legend, okay? And everybody made such a big thing about her that she was the marquee signing for the Fever in the off season. Well, I think Diana Taurasi is pretty lowbrow, honestly. The way she handled leaving the Fever, leaving her teammates high and dry like that, just deciding that the fit wasn't good and going AWOL. And one of the things that really pissed me off about that whole scenario was Stephanie White covering for her. Well, we need to continue to support her during this time, like there was something wrong, right? I just didn't like my job, so I stopped going. But I was still getting paid. She got paid until they waived her. Okay? How many people get to do that in the real world? So I was miffed at Stephanie White for covering for her. And I'm miffed at Diana Taurasi, the supposed legend with all this character, and she was going to be the elder statesman to bring the team to a championship. You know what? Stuff that, okay? Diana Taurasi is lowbrow. She's off my list now. So that's number one. Number two, I love Sophie Cunningham, but I've been thinking about this. When she described Caitlin Clark's popularity as being a cult, that's not accurate. Okay, a cult actually is what it's largely based around religion, quite frankly. Jim Jones got his little cult to drink Kool-Aid and kill themselves. That wasn't a large number of people. Cults aren't large groups of people in general, okay? Now, Charles Manson had a cult, okay? Those people would die for him. They killed for him, okay? So a cult is a relatively small group of people, okay? Caitlin Clark does not have a cult. I think, personally, the Caitlin Clark haters are a small group in comparison, when you're looking at it, on a national basis. I think they're the cult. The fact of the matter is, Caitlin Clark has a lot of people who respect her and admire her and love her. And yes, definitely for her basketball skills, but also for the person that she is. And we're not just talking about people who follow her in the United States. I mean, her name is known around the world. Okay. She's not just, she's the world. She's a gift to the world. She's not just, the United States aren't the only people in the United States aren't the only people watching this girl. Okay. And every day, she's 23 years old, and every day when she gets out of bed, she knows that she's the focus of attention for millions of people. So that technically is not a cult. Okay. That's not a cult. All right. So that's my second point tonight. I just wanted to get that off my chest because I've been thinking about that for a few days, and I said, yeah, that's not a cult. She's not in a cult. So the third thing that I think is pretty cool is I get an interview, not the whole thing. I'm not going to play the whole thing for you, but there's a clip from Diana Taurasi, who you will recall was a person who was in the cult, a denier of Caitlin Clark back when Caitlin Clark was still a senior in college, just before she came into the WNBA. You recall, and I've mentioned this before in other videos, that she said reality was coming for her. She was going to be playing with grown-ups now, okay? And she was going to learn what the WNBA was really all about. And I said, and I still think this, that whether it was intentional or not, I think that was a dog whistle for the real adults, the grown-ups, to go after Caitlin Clark in her rookie season. Whether Diana Taurasi meant it to be a dog whistle or not, it turned into a dog whistle. And that's why she's been targeted with, the way she has with physicality in the WNBA. I do believe that that's the case. But Diana Taurasi seems to have done an about face when it comes to Caitlin Clark. And I think she actually alluded to it. I think she actually admitted she was wrong now, back several months ago. But she was just interviewed recently, and I just want to show you this clip, okay? Because it's very different than what Diana Taurasi was saying about Caitlin Clark. So hang on here.
It can be spread really easily, that message. So I love these kids. What Caitlin's done in the last 3 years, 4 years is just mind blowing. The way she's taken her popularity, her fame, and really moved the game forward. But the thing I love the most about her is she loves the game of basketball. She works at it. She plays at a level that no one has reached yet in the WNBA. So, to me, I think she's going to take this league as far as she wants to. How do you feel about the
So that's certainly a switch from where Diana Taurasi was with Caitlin Clark, even, maybe a year ago, okay? And I agree with her. I agree with her. Caitlin Clark, and I've said this before, and I mean this, is the most complete basketball player right now on the planet. She's, a great shooter. She's a great passer. Okay. She's a good defender. I mean, she doesn't have to be an elite defender, but when she puts her mind to it, she can be. She had 5 steals in one game. Okay. That's someone who knows how to play defense. Okay. She has floor vision that I've honestly never seen in another player. The closest I've seen to Caitlin Clark is Larry Bird, being able to anticipate where the play should be and where the player will be. And Caitlin Clark actually has attributed her knack for that to her years playing soccer. And she was a forward in soccer before she quit and started to focus on basketball. and she was a mad scorer. I mean, she could really put the ball in the net. And it's funny because right now she's trying to invest in the new women's soccer league, and she could have gone either way. She could have become a professional soccer player. She was that good. And they knew that in high school, actually. So I think that is one of the things that Caitlin Clark has is the fact that, yes, she loves the sport. She's addicted to it. She has said it herself. She was addicted when she was younger. She works at it, and she does. Okay, she will not play in Unrivaled in the off season. She will work on her game her way. She will go to the gym. She'll be healthy again. She'll be working on things, and she'll be getting better and better and better and better. And it's amazing because I honestly think that if you look at Caitlin Clark through her first 5 starting games this year, she had a triple double and 2 double doubles. She could have spent the majority of the season, had she been healthy, with double doubles right next to her name every single night. Every night. She may not have been the highest point scorer every night, but she would have been in double digits, and she could certainly be in double digits in assists. Even injured, right now, her stats are 16.5 points a game and 8.8 rebounds. And 8.8 assists. Okay? Those are her current stats. So there is no question that I think this could have been an elite year for Caitlin Clark, and it's a shame that it didn't happen. But you know what? This is only her second year. She's got, I don't know, 10 more years of primetime playing. And I agree with Diana Taurasi. She can take her skills to whatever level she wants to, and she can move the needle on the game of women's basketball as far as it can go. And people ought to be embracing that because that's good for everybody. That's good for everybody playing now, and it's good for everybody coming out of college. All right? This is how we do it. She knows what she's doing. She's not stupid. And the whole time she's sitting on the bench injured, she's watching what her teammates are doing. And she's soaking all that in so she can get back on the court before the playoffs and know exactly what to do with this team to get it where it needs to be. Now, I'm not saying we're going to win a championship. I can't make that promise now that we are also down 2 more guards. Okay, so right now we have 3 injured guards, including Caitlin Clark. When she comes back, we'll still have 2 injured. We can, if we can sign one, that helps. All right, and I'm still gonna say, we should have shored up the front court. We should have made some kind of move before the trade deadline, but we didn't, and we just have to forget that for now. Okay, we live with what we've got. So that's where I am tonight. I will make sure to, you guys always, as I've said, please like the videos. Please share them if you can. And please always look in the description because I always have links in there. I will have a link to that Diana Taurasi video because that's actually a Sports Illustrated article. It was really quite good. And that will be in here as well. So you guys have a great night. We'll see where the Fever goes in the 4th quarter tonight. And I will definitely be back tomorrow during the day. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.